So if you're looking to start working out with a personal trainer, Future, a fitness app, may be what you're looking for. Thank you to Future for sponsoring this video. Future is an app that connects you with an online personal trainer who will send you completely custom workouts each week, monitor your fitness, your performance, and message you to keep you on task and motivated. First, you'll have a video call with your trainer where your workouts will be tailored with a personalized fitness plan. Workouts can be customized to happen at work or in a gym or wherever is convenient for you, even at home. And with updates, prompts, and messages to remind you, Future helps you to stay on top of your fitness regimen. Future makes training easy. Use the app and your coach as much as you want, when you want. Your coach is available anytime and can fit in scheduled changes, check your form, and provide their expertise and support. Future's coaches have trained everyone from professional athletes to working professionals, from beginners to experts. They will meet you where you are. Using this link, tryfuture.co/VanessaMoon, which is listed in the description box below. What are you waiting for? Sign up now. Hey Gemini, Vanessa Moon here. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back. If you're returning, I'm so glad to talk to y'all. Let's jump into your June reading. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to those of you who've just had a birthday, those May Geminis. And let's get ready for these crazy June Geminis. No. Happy birthday to all of you. I hope you're experiencing a wonderful solar return. Okay. It can be tough leading up to your birthday, as for all of us, we go through our own personal 12th house energy leading up to our birthday, which is our like giant spiritual purge, you know, our sort of personal year-end wrap up, where we just kind of forced to sit in those emotions that we may have not wanted to sit in all year long. Just kind of close it out before the next lesson begins. So let's see where you guys are. I started pulling, well, actually, I was channeling you guys' energy, and I got a few messages, and I said, you know what, well, I want to talk about what I channeled before I pull the tarot cards. So I thought, let me pull some oracle cards so you can have something to stare at while I talk. But then it was like the same message, okay? So I'll just get into it, which is totally cool, right? So I was getting the song, well, first I was getting the fruit apple, okay? I was getting apple, the fruit. And then I was thinking, well, then I was getting the forbidden fruit, like the apple. Then I was getting the apple of your eye, the apple of your eye. And then I got, well, the apple's the forbidden fruit, right? And then I'm like, oh, actually it's the pomegranate. Okay, so in, you know, biblical times, so to speak, they didn't have apples, they had pomegranates, okay? So when in fact talking about the Garden of Eden, you're talking about the pomegranate. Just so you know. So then I'm thinking of the High Priestess card, because on the High Priestess card, her veil is covered, that, you know, gets her access to the other side, to the spiritual realm, is covered in pomegranates. And so I looked up the spiritual meaning of pomegranates. Immediately I think of, you know, classic Greek mythology with Persephone, and how, you know, she couldn't leave the underworld if she ate something, but she was so hungry she ate a piece of pomegranate. She took a bite, and because of that she had to come back once a year, you know, or half the year. And so you know, the spiritual meaning of pomegranate says it's a symbol of fertility, and it means it's a symbol of resurrection and life everlasting. And it's kind of the same thing with the Garden of Eden, right? Like they took a bite of the apple and nothing was ever the same. You know, so I'm getting this whole thing about resurrection for you all, about nothing ever being the same after you experienced something, like you got a bite of something for the first time, and it's like your whole world is upside down in a way. So that leads me to think of you guys are Geminis, and I'm getting that you guys could be at a major arc or turning point in your life, where you're dealing with like what the concept of resurrection, the concept of birth and life, which denotes duality, and you are Gemini, right? The twin. So it could be one twin against the other right now. That's probably, you know, hell to pay right there. So that essentially what I mean is you went to hell, right, so to speak, and now you're coming up out of it. Or how do you get out of it, right? So bear with me. I'm getting like you guys are faced with some type of major decision, and the decision is unlike any other before because there is no data to access. The only data to access is your wants, needs, desires, and what you're willing to be brave enough to pursue now that you've gotten a bite of something, and you can't let go what that means for your life, right? Okay, so let's see. I'm getting like a whole perspective shift. Like I said, a resurrection, fertility. So something needs to birth at this point in time. Like Gemini, you need to birth. I'm getting like your two twins have actually actualized. Like you're whole on one side and whole on the other. And now it's time to birth a new path for yourself. And it's like, well, how do I satiate the old me and the new me? And this is that time we have to say to ourselves, what if there is no old me? What if there is no new me? What if I am just me? And see what happens there. You don't have to be something you think you are, and you don't have to be something you know you were. You can be something else different altogether. And so that is what we all find out in terms of birth and life or resurrection. What often comes through resurrection is something that never was to begin with, something we never even thought of. It just goes with a calling, right? So what I got from your oracles here, you have Lioness, number 13. You've earned all your stripes. So that tells me, Gemini, like, you know, you should be proud of the things you've gone through. And then, number 13 is literally the death card in the tarot. I didn't even realize that. So yeah, death represents transformation. So you could be going through a major transformation right now. There's like a fish in there, like I want to say that's a whale. Whales, I've been talking about whales a lot lately. That's so weird. So whales are like the most intelligent animals in the entire ocean. So there's something about you that it's like there's untapped potential, because I'm getting like we're only seeing part of the whale, right? So we're only getting to you got a glimpse of something, or you know that you're capable of so much more than whatever you're accepting. You know, this person is very comfortable in their own skin, and they feel like they've earned the right to be here, but then there's still this huge, like, this person is still seeking knowledge. And that's what I get off this. Like, don't be afraid to take time out and still seek some knowledge, okay? Because you're going through a transitional phase, and maybe you don't want to feel rushed, or you don't want to feel pressured in these kind of stages of life. You want to feel comfortable to grow into your new role. So right now it says self-care, clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. So whatever it is y'all want to do, there's a need for you to focus on yourself at this time to get the answers. And then it says surprise. There's a surprise coming, guys, in a way that you wouldn't expect. A gift from the universe. It's intense. It's a twist of fate, and it's eclipse news. So we did have an eclipse less than a month ago, and we still would be feeling the effects of this eclipse, especially because it happened with Mercury in retrograde. So kind of I don't want to say its effects are slowed down, but its effects are kind of like grinding up, like in a way where it's I don't know, I felt like this eclipse really kind of forced the issue for a lot of people in a slow burn, like a slow kind of way. So it says beliefs come true. Your beliefs create your reality. Recognize and change emotions. Reprogram your subconscious mind. So what I'm thinking is like, this person is like really focused on money. Like money is so important. And I'm getting like two things here. Like money is important to that person underneath it all, kind of where you're at. But then there's relaxation here and self-care. So it's like, is that really that important to you? Like, are the things you thought were important to you really as important to you as they were before? Like, have you seen, like, often when we stop believing in certain programming, right, it's because we find out there's such a dark side to it that it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. There's a reason it doesn't actually matter. What matters is how you feel, you know? So it's saying that, like, you go through the things you go through for a reason, and it's okay to like change your mind. I know Geminis feel like, well, we change our mind all the time, but a lot of you actually don't. Once you settle into something, you're like hell bent on like making that happen, and maybe not wanting to be labeled as a person that flip-flops. I've seen that with a lot of Geminis. However, you know, because we're not talking about like you changing your mind in terms of like, you know, wanting one thing or the other or staying committed. No, I'm talking about when you want something you have tunnel vision. And so it's okay to realize that you don't want it anymore. That's what I got from your reading, because there's a couple songs that came to mind when I channeled you guys. One was Honey by Mariah Carey. I'm like, why this song? But anyway, I looked up the spiritual meaning of honey, and it says honey represents pleasure, sweetness, truth, and knowledge, and it was often used as medicine, was considered an elixir capable of healing wounds, which it is, right? But I also, when I think of honey, it's like little kids can't have honey before the age of 2 or 1. And so it's like, okay, so you couldn't have it before. So there's something you could never, maybe there's something you thought you couldn't have, but now it's like you got a taste of it. And not only does it sweet and it tastes good, but it's letting you know, like, it's actually, you know, healing for you. Okay. So take that how it resonates. And then you have, so the reason I got the song Honey, I was like, okay, why this song, you know? But, she's like, it's like honey when it washes over me. You know, sugar never ever was so sweet, and I'm dying for you, crying for you. I adore you. One hit of your love affected me, and I'm strung out on you, darling. Don't you see? Every night and day, I can hardly wait for another taste of honey. So it's like, again, there's something insatiable for you guys, something you can't get enough of. All right, and then yeah, so I'll just leave it at that for now. So let's see where you're at, Gemini. We'll just keep those over here. All right, so let's see what the tarot has to say. Let's see where you're at, Gemini, and then I'll look at what's coming towards you. Gemini. Oh, also I got this. It said not to be afraid to tell you, under the deck of that love messages was chemistry. Okay, the attraction you feel is mutual. So whatever you want, it wants you too. All right. So you got 10 of Wands. You're ending a cycle here, something that burdened you a whole lot, Gemini. A whole lot. Some of y'all are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. You had a lot of responsibilities. There are a lot of people that look to you to get things done. The major lesson of this card is self-destruction. Self-care is absolutely needed. Your body, you could be in physical pain, a lot of you. You could be working out really hard, or you could be working on your body, a lot of you. But there's something that needs to be dropped from your life in order for you to be successful. That's why you're ending a cycle. Some of these responsibilities that you have, some of the things weighing you down have to go. Also, it's an energy of not being able to see straight because you're carrying too many responsibilities. Head in the clouds a little bit. Like, it's like you told yourself this is that energy of, well, I can't do this until I do this, and I have to get this done before I get this done, and then I can relax. And then the person like gets injured, and then they're forced to sit down. Okay, you don't want to get to that point, or they're just forced to drop everything, or they mess up every single thing trying to be perfect. It's also the energy, like I said, of self-destruction, because who is taking care of you, Gemini? Who is taking care of you when you're in the 10 of Wands? If you're taking care of everyone else, who is taking care of you? So when there's no one around to take care of you, because clearly you're the only one with the responsibility, then you have to be the one to take care of you and say no. So there's always a lesson on how to say no when it comes to this energy, because it is fire energy. It's impulsive. It's like always jumping to it when everyone else needs you. But then realizing, like, why am I doing this? I can't do it anymore. 2 of Swords, okay? So there's a decision that needs to be made, but some of you have been refusing to see, or someone around you even has been refusing to see certain things. This lets me know that a lot of the decisions you have been making are because no one is seeing how you really feel. No one is really viewing you, because I'm getting one person in the light. So you're in the light when you're carrying every person's burdens, right? Or all these responsibilities, or, you know, you could be moving, a lot of you as well, okay? Maybe you can't decide where to go, or there's something came up, you have a hiccup here, right? There's a stalemate on that right there. But also, it's like you're in the dark when it comes to you and how you feel and what you want, okay? So it's like you have one truth, you have another truth, but neither one of those serves you, or else swords wouldn't be crossed or stuck in the mud. So it's saying that there's some type of stalemate here when it comes to you carrying the weight of the world on the shoulder, or carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, but also knowing, you know, how you want to proceed with something. There's a lot of you that you actually do feel what to do, you just don't want to have to do it. Because that's the 2 of Swords. That's why they call it a refusal to see. because you're constantly in two minds about something, because it's telling you the old way won't work, or the way you're used to doing things or used to figuring out how to do things, that won't work either. You have to come up with a new plan. The energy here, though, is always about the moon. So it means your intuition. You have to find your way to your own intuition, Gemini, or else you're never will truly be happy. You have the Three of Swords here. So it looks like the only solution is to cause inflict some type of pain. Okay? Some type of heartbreak, some type of severing. I always consider the Three of Swords a severing. But most importantly, it's something that pierces your heart as well. Okay? So it's like someone's, what classic meaning is somebody's words, thoughts, and intentions hurt you, but it's also your own words, thoughts, and intentions hurt you. Like, that's why you could be in the Two of Swords. Like, it's seeming like dropping this load means, and making this decision, speaking this truth, means hurting someone. But you're also going to be hurt too. So that means you're in a lose-lose situation. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I'm gonna just leave it at that, okay? Sometimes we gotta make hard decisions to end cycles, because it looks like whatever you're doing, again, who is looking out for you? So you have here now the Eight of Swords. Lot of swords. Lot of swords, Gemini. This is where you at, they said. You are in this veil hiding under this. I'm sorry, that's not funny, Gemini. I'm sorry y'all going through such a hard time. But this is a Gemini card. Look at, so it's kind of like just hiding. Your actions are to hide or to believe what other people tell you, or just, you know, believe what society tells you, or just believe the blasphemous thought, negativity in your head, rather than to face the truth and get yourself out of a situation, simply because you're trying to avoid hurting other people, hurting yourself, or messing up some type of flow, because you're in an 8 loop, right? You know, there's already a system in play here. I'm not trying to go against the system, but in the meantime, I'm just going to be under here veiled, acting like no one sees me. No, everybody sees you, and they're waiting for you to make a decision. That's what I'm seeing here. At some point, you have to take the veil off. At some point, you have to rip the Band-Aid off. You can't, you know, it's like almost like, no, you don't even believe you anymore. You don't even believe you. Okay? But now you have like 12 swords, so wait, more than that, shit. 13. Oof. Death energy again. So yeah, death to this way of thinking, okay? Transform your way of thinking. Often everything starts with a mindset change. It's like nothing is as bad as we truly think it is. It's just our fear tells us things are worse than they are. Yeah, truth. What I'm seeing is true. Ace of Swords. Gemini, you have a wish coming true here. The Star card under the deck. You do. You have healing. You have healing from the divine. You are thoroughly and divinely guided and supported in your decision making at this time to take a risk on whatever it is, because what you don't know, you are always destined to get to this point. Okay, this person always had to pass these 2 pillars in order to get to this like divine pool here to cleanse themselves. They always had to do it, but there's a blessing here because we have a trine. So you have a wish coming true. When you have the Star card, it's kind of like something happens that was always destined to happen, because you were always going to get to the point, or this is like an arc in your story. So it means where there's no one else to tell you what to do, but it changes you for the better, for life, right? Nothing is ever the same. And what happens is you end up with this clarity. You know who you are, you know what you're capable of, and you know just how far you're willing to go. You know your limits. You learned yourself, okay? So there's something here about this opportunity coming out of nowhere. That's how I'm looking at this Ace of Swords here. This opportunity comes out of nowhere. Some type of truth comes through that enables you to enact this Three of Swords energy, that helps you to put the wands down of being stuck in a loop here, blindfolded, not able to see, now refusing to see. So listening to false people around you, listening to negative thoughts, imprisoning yourself in your own mind, right? A mental prison. Some of you, someone you could know got out of jail too, and there's fear here too. I don't know what that's about, but there's fear that maybe that there's something they'll think or say about you that is unfavorable. But it's saying drop this weight, drop this burden. It's actually not yours to carry. You only have you to worry about with the Ace of Swords, because you're the one with the truth, the clarity. You're the one that can set everything free. That's it. It's so, what I'm getting is this new beginning. That's a new beginning, a clean slate, a victory. It's also the sword that cuts, so it hurts. But the only thing is, I kind of love the Ace of Swords, because one thing about the Ace of Swords, once that energy is enacted or used, once you get that clarity, there is no remorse on the other side of the Ace of Swords. There's none. You don't feel bad anymore, because there's some type of knowledge or truth that comes with that makes one feel empowered, okay? Because it's kind of that energy of like, as long as you're standing in your own truth, you have nothing to fear, okay? All right, let's see. Last energy we have for you is Eight of Pentacles. Okay, I like seeing that. I like seeing that. Under the deck, you have the Devil. So this could be about a dark attachment that you have, a codependency that you have, a fear that you have, a temptation that you have that keeps you chained and bound to a way of thinking and doing that no longer serves you. No longer serves you. But when you have Eight of Pentacles, that means put it to routine and action. So it's saying that this is a practice that you need to start practicing every single day, because this type of dedication, this type of commitment will lead to success. Okay, this could be something going on in your workplace or just your everyday life, someone that lives with you, someone you see every day, somebody you pass every day, or something you do every day. It hurts you. There's pain here. There's pain in your everyday life, and it is causing the Devil. So when you have the Devil and all these swords, it's mental illness. You're triggering mental illness within yourself. Hey, I just read the cards, okay? Gemini, that's where you at? I don't like seeing that, Gemini. I don't like seeing that. All right, so let's see what's gonna happen here. Let's dig a little deeper in how we can, look at the future here. So we have you manifesting now because of it. You see how I went from like these kind of like esoteric energy to like just whimsy, because I know you guys are whimsical. You need anyway. So we have the Magician here. So something, Gemini, it's saying that when it comes to this Ten of Wands, you have a 5 to a 10 here, 5 to Wands, 10. So that's an abrupt change. So something went from fighting, arguing, pettiness, competition, even flirting, anger, drama, like you just couldn't make sense of something, or so many obstacles, to now it's too much. Because when you have 10 wands under there, it's a burden. It's a burden, okay? Too many burdens. But now it's causing you to become the Magician. See what I mean when I said it's like grinding an axe or whatever they say? I don't even know. I'm using all types of terms. I don't know the words, but it's like that's what I was getting, like something is being like pressurized into a diamond. You are being pressurized into a diamond. The Magician is your energy. It's Mercury, okay? So this is you operating at peak Gemini. Like, y'all are magical people. I hope you know that. The Magician is magic. The Magician makes anything happen, okay? So it's funny because like it says under this deck here, beliefs come true. So if beliefs come true, and that means if you're in the Magician energy, right, carrying all this weight, which means you're not really thinking about what's in front of you, you're just getting trapped here like we see in Eight of Swords, which is that past program, that slanderous belief system in your head, what other people say, the negativity you tell yourself that keeps you stuck, right? Well, if you're the Magician, then you're actualizing your own negativity, your own actions, and your own thoughts into reality. So you have to turn that around. You have to speak the truth. The truth, when you speak the truth, it starts with yourself. You know that, right? So you have to speak the truth to yourself before you can speak it to anyone else. And you have to mean it, and you have to understand it. What is the Two of Swords? The Two of Swords is yet somebody is not freaking happy, okay? They're not happy. King of Swords under the deck could be your inner masculine. So it's asking you here with the King of Swords to analyze and make an educated decision when it comes to your next move, because your entire vision of the future is at stake with the Ten of Cups. It's like you're manifesting something right now that could be permanent for the rest of your life. You are the master and creator of your own universe as the Magician. He is the architect in the deck. So if you're right now crafting your future, Gemini, you need to be 1,000% sure. You need that Ace of Swords, honey. You can't be in Ten of Wands all day, or you can't be in Two of Swords. You can't be in two minds about your future. So it's almost like you feel what you're, because the Two of Wands, like I said, Two of Swords, there's always the energy of feeling out and knowing exactly what you want, just not being able to make sense of it. okay? So you know what your future should look like right here, right? With the Ten of Wands, there's a beautiful home and this beautiful scene, and it's you feeling the apex of as happy as you could be. Like that's your vision of your happy place, like what your future could look like if you were just happiest, right? And it's like you're on the brink of manifesting that because you have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups. That's 2 10s. So you're on the brink, but that's still judgment energy. You need to make a decision. What stays and what goes. What stays in the past and what goes forward, and who am I called to become? And that's also resurrection energy. So we have the same things repeating over and over, the same things, right? Oh no, I dropped a card. Hold on, Gemini. Hold on. Like, don't laugh at my bad English accent, okay? Alright, so the King of Swords wanted to pop out again here. So that's what it is. So I actually read that as Gemini. A lot of people don't. They read it as Aquarius. But to me, all kings are mutable in tarot. So mutable air is Gemini. So it's saying here, like, you have to be the master. Again, you have to be the king. You have to be the king is always the one that takes action. But calculated action, intentional action, and when whatever the king says goes. So you're gonna have to really look at what you need, or look at this painful situation here that you have going on, and decide if you want to continue this, because it's a devil card. It's literally, I mean, like I said, under the deck you had a devil here. I don't like keeping it out because, like, you know, I'm good on that, but oh man, I'm sorry. So under that you have the Three of Cups. Okay, I'm just giving you some context here. And you have the Ace of Coins. So you already know, and then you have Death. Okay, so there could be a Capricorn involved, it could be a Scorpio involved. And that's all you got. That's the first signs you got. And like I said, you have Gemini, Virgo. Well, you could say Virgo. With also the Magician. So you have a situation here. With this devil energy, like look at what's on the other side of this devil. I just want you to see. Look at the energy you came from here, right? Underneath these cards, like this. That lady looks crazy. Then you have this painful stabbing of the heart. Then you have this dark cloud over this person, and this. It's like this is just. Ugh. And then okay, things start moving better for you because of work, money, you know, your routine, but. That's it right there. That's that ace coming in. So it's telling you, like, just on the other side of this devil energy, you have like this lovely, pristine, beautiful, peaceful, lighthearted, decadent, whimsy, like fairy energy, like, and then you have solid new beginning, and it's all, and look, I want to say that's like the Eye of Horus. So it's kind of like now you have this wisdom, right? And you have. Geez, you have like the Merkaba in your hand. So that means you kind of know exactly where balance is for you, so that when you're ready to manifest something, you get exactly what you want. You know the balance that you need to be in peacefully. So what I'm seeing is you're not in that peaceful balance right now. So this is with this King of Swords energy. There could be, there's an elemental in your read here. So there could be, and I'm saying it to you, but it could be another air sign. Okay, it doesn't have to be, or it could just be you making a decision. But either way, masculine in this reading is showing up as having to enact some type of painful ending here, okay? Something they say is painful. Something they do is painful. Something they give out hurts, and they don't want to have to do it. They're sitting there looking at it, not wanting to approach it, okay? So now we have Eight of Swords. Let's see. Look, Nine of Wands. Somebody's bondage right here with the Eight of Swords is causing them sickness. They're causing them to be a wounded warrior. It's like, I'm not giving up. I'm just gonna last. I'm gonna make it last. I'm gonna make it work. And it's like you're getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And it's like, so I'm getting here. This is somebody, okay, could be you, could not be you, Gemini, but this is somebody in this reading that needs to go through so much before they make a decision. It's like it's almost like, do you have to like get sick? Do you have to like break your damn bones? Do you have to like you know, be humiliated? I don't know, like what does it take in order for you to break? And it's like, but there's no prize here, because at the end of the day it's still heartbreak, right? So that's what I was getting at. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna ram that down, but there's somebody still holding out here, just being trapped, just thinking negatively, or just thinking nothing ever works out for me, nothing ever this, nothing ever that. But like I said, you're manifesting that in real time because you have the Magician. It means your words are literally coming to life. And many machinations in your head are actually materializing in the 3D, in the physical, and you have to deal with it. But it's like you're not learning the power of your own mind, Gemini, especially now in your birthday season. You better learn. So now we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so now we have some type of break in the energy. Yeah, good news here. Good news here. There's something you're attracted to with the Page of Wands. Could be far away at a distance, or they could just be at a distance from you. Now you have all this fire. So you have all this fire, all this swords. A little bit of cups, a little bit of earth. So it's like, okay, there's something exciting. There's something your childlike self is screaming about, wanting to know. There's someone you might want to message or talk to. There might be a child involved. The aspect of a family, a new addition here with the Ace and the Page of Wands. That's a new energy in your life. But again, it gives you visions of the future, and it comes right. To me, Page of Wands means visions of the future. And then it comes right under the Ten of Cups, which is the future vision, right? So it's saying that rely on that truth, that thing that gets you excited, that spark, that creative spark that you have, that good news. What would be good news for you right now? Rely on that to drive or fuel you in making these decisions and getting you out of that Two of Swords energy and getting you closer to your dreams with the Ten of Cups. Because there is some type of good news that you have here comes out of the blue by you speaking your truth. Okay, so it's like speak your truth, and then you get like that's that blessing from the universe. The universe got your back, and you have 2 tens, so it's like you're just staying in a cycle here, but you're on the brink of 10 of Cups. You're on the brink of happiness. It's just not might be what you thought it would be. All right, now you have 6 of Swords. So good. So with 6 of Swords, I want to say good job, Gemini. Okay, that means you're moving. This is kind of the energy like, okay, you know what, shit didn't work out. I'm just gonna take my stuff and I'm gonna go. It's like I don't even care if I heal from this right now. I'm just getting. This is like getting out of Dodge. Getting out of Dodge. Under the deck, you have 7 of Swords. So you had 6, 7, 8 of Swords. Rotted. That's hard energy. Okay. But you're doing it. You're doing it. It's definitely an air sign reading. Too much logic, not enough action, not enough groundedness. Not enough emotion. You have to have a balance of all of them. That's what the Magician has, okay? The Magician has every elemental in his hand, every ace. Every ace. So, every element, I should say. So he has the sword, the wand, the cup, and the pentacle. You gotta have a little bit of each to make kind of like an educated decision so you feel good about what you do. So it's saying here, like in this energy, this person is coming out of a situation where they might have been lying to protect their own ego, or playing mind games, or just avoiding a certain topic, or being a little ruthless, acting a little bad, okay, just to get what they want, or just to protect themselves, avoid having to make a decision within some type of chaotic situation, okay? Well, this person is like, you know what? I'm not even gonna heal it. I'm just gonna take what I have to go, what I have, and I'm just go, and I'm gonna heal on the way, okay? So. It's like, I'm gonna just take what I have to do and across these tumultuous waters because I gotta get the hell out of Dodge. And 8 Pentacles, it works. It's like that effort here, it works. It works. Some of you are leaving a job, a career, a place, a routine that you always had. Some of you are moving back in with family, even though you don't want to. You're like, ugh, I don't wanna have to go there, but I'm gonna go there. Some of you are, you know, avoiding a situation where you know someone is about to do or say something that is going to trigger you yet once again. And you just want to be happy. You just want your childlike self to be free. You want some good news for a change. You want to start something new, go somewhere new. You want a fresh start, a clean slate, and that's it. And you're doing it. And some of you, you've already decided to do that, but it's like you feel like whatever path you chose is still quite mundane. And what I'm here to tell you is you are on the correct path. It is just a slow burn, baby. It is a slow burn. Because there is much to learn on that journey with the 6 of Swords. Also, this indicates short distance travel, okay? So some of you could be traveling. Now, 7 of Swords underneath the deck, it's telling you that there may be some deception going on around you that you don't know about, okay? Or you might be the deceptive one. Some of you could be sneaking out, sneaking away from a situation where you felt left out in the cold, you felt alone, it was toxic for you. Or it's honestly, somebody could be sneaking off with your money. I'm just keeping it real with you, okay? You might find this out. Ooh, or something that was valuable to you. And that's the only time you learn here with the Hangman reverse and the 10 of Wands reverse. That's the only time you learn to drop this weight and stop going in circles. Because when you have 10s that don't leave, it's like you're just going in circles in something that has been too much, been too hard. Okay, and then you have delusional energy with the 10 of Cups. So it's like telling yourself you're happy when you're not happy with the 10 of Swords, with the 2 of Swords. So some of you will find out, unfortunately, at the last minute, that something you could have avoided. You're only going to find out once it all hits the fan. And then it's like, oh man, that's when you realize you made a wrong choice here. And when you have the Lovers reverse, even some of you, this could already happen, okay? But when you have the Lovers reverse, it's because you didn't make a decision keeping yourself in mind, like knowing yourself, meaning like, well, I know I don't like this, and I know I do like this, so I can't accept your offer even though it's a tempting one, because I know I've already tested, you know, I already got my stripes over there, lioness. Like, I've already tested that theory and it doesn't work for me, even though it works for a lot of people. When you have Lovers reverse, it means you're making choices going, well, I should like this, or this should be good for me, or I'm not going to find anything else better than this, so I'm just going to, you know, take this. And often, let me tell you something about doing that. Often you find that when you settle for something, you end up going through this burden anyway, right? You end up becoming another lesson. But often the next thing that you would have taken would have been a thing for you, because it was a test, okay? So you just delayed a process. So there's no need to do that. So, let me just turn my music up, sorry. So what's gonna happen for gems? How's this gonna go? We have this anchor here, something that was, somebody is saying that they're going to, this, whatever this weight is, that's rooted, it has to go, it has to come up, because we have, that's a 9 of Swords energy too. There's somebody that's going to make some type of grand announcement. Somebody could have confessed they have emotion for you, Gemini, or you could want to confess that for someone else. There is going to be a change though. When I see the anchor, and this is telling me with that 6 of Swords that something that was once anchored is now being released, okay, because you can't take it anymore. It's like almost like the point of no return. You've reached a point where you can't take the pain of it all anymore. And then you have this Ace of Cups here with the man. So it's telling you that there's, again, this masculine here that's got to say something. It might hurt somebody else. It might disrupt this anchor, that's something that's already rooted, but it's going to end up in this energy of like this is the announcement card, so this is going to be like everybody's going to know about it, everybody's going to hear about it, whatever this is, you can't avoid it. However, this, once you open up this cage, it's like you're in this beautiful oasis, so it's going to set you free. It's going to set you free to this lovely garden of abundance, this place where you can actually grow, you know, grow your heart, because that kind of energy is heart energy. You have the clock here, so it's saying time's up, okay? Something, again, make sure the next place you choose, like it's kind of, this energy always says like divine timing, like things will go in your favor, but also it's saying that the thing, whatever you're creating, it's a heavenly path. Like, it will take you up and above over everything that is, you're seeming as like bad or wrong or hurtful. You're going to be so far beyond and above that you're not even going to care. You're going to realize it was all ridiculous. Like, who cares? Yeah, the writer. Because you're going above. Like, this person is riding on the rainbow on like a carousel. So somebody could be bringing you guys a message, an incoming surprise message. Okay, there could be communication coming in, significant, that you're waiting for. And it's, nothing comes without this risk or this gamble, okay? And this leap of faith here. It is a gamble. But this is a necessary transition with the coffin. All endings lead to new beginnings. There's something in your life that needs to be dead, buried, and gone, and will be dead, buried, and gone after this. If it's a person, I'm sorry to hear. And there is the moon here. It's telling you there's no doing this with knowing how it's going to turn out. There is no analyzing, you know, the turnout and what that means for you. There is no turning back. There is no point of return. And there is, nothing will ever be the same. You're just going to have to trust the unknown and your intuition at this time, because sometimes we cannot use logic. Logic is not our best friend, as we as human beings do not know everything. Okay, but guess what? Everything does start with a thought. Everything in the entire universe begins with a thought, okay? So consider that if you have a thought to do something no one's done before, or you've never done before, consider the bravery that was required to create all that you use every day, every piece of technology you use, the house you live in, the clothes you buy, anything you use was just a thought at some point that somebody was scared to do or take because they had no idea how it was going to turn out. But if we all did that, we would get nowhere, right? So it's time for you to enact this coffin energy. You are independent enough to take this on and be okay. You have all that you need. And you have unexpected income coming in for you guys as well. It's a great fortune coming in for you guys. Some of you guys do not know you're about to, with this coming to coffin, you're about to inherit a lot of money. There could be a mature man, unfortunately, to pass away here. There's a lot of masculine energy in this. And you have a mature woman, so it could be grandparents, could be elders that left you some money. Maybe there's some type of, you're gonna find out at some type of adjudication, about an estate. So that's an extra message for y'all. But either way, there could be something here unexpected that happens, and you could end up growing old with someone and starting a huge estate, being very fortunate at this time. That's what I'm getting. All right, so let's get you some closing out messages and some advice. What's the most important thing that Gemini needs to know? What's the most important thing that Gemini needs to know at this time? You got that devil card again, dog. I'm just gonna put that there now, see? I'm just put that there. But 2 came out. Wise counsel. Okay? So, oh look, my favorite card with the devil, the strength. All right, this is great. This is great. This is great. This is actually good. So this means that you're going through some type of initiation here to learn how to trust faith, trust your belief system, trust all the things you have learned. You're on your path to becoming a true spiritual teacher, Gemini. Okay, this is about groups of people. When you have the Hierophant, which is wise counsel, this says unity with a spiritually minded community. Ask the divine for help and trust that the answers will come. Compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you, which is what we talked about, right? So it's saying here, like, you have these 2 pillars. You know, it's kind of like the pillars of how things should work, but you have to decide what those pillars are for you first before you attach yourself to any other pillars in life. Okay, let's just say it like that. But it's also saying, like, you have the strength here. You're always gonna have to fight this devil, this demon within, this energy. These are about inner demons, okay? So it's saying, like, your feminine side is needy for something, real needy, your inner feminine. And it's saying your feminine side is now standing up and going, you know what, my intuition is strong. I gotta tame the ego. So that's kind of what you see in the strength card. It's like that your inner feminine, your needy part is overcoming that and learning to be more nurturing instead, nurturing of self, and conquering that inner beast that just wants what it wants and is over-satiated. So it's saying, like, no, conquer that part of you, break those chains, because it's holding you back. There's more to life that you just don't know about. Like, there comes a time when all of us have to mature a little and just stop giving into our lower natures, because there is more to just being a divine being than, you know, what it looks like on the outside. I feel like a lot of times you stay in a negative cycle. You stay in it because you feel like you don't want to learn something new. You don't want to do that, or I shouldn't have to change, but that's just fear. And that's what the devil card is about, right? Fear. So it's saying, like, cut through that fear with the Knight of Swords. Speak your truth, okay? This says, decisive, focus-driven, defensive events that move with great speed. Choose intellectual responses to challenges rather than emotional. Sudden and unexpected changes. Review your options carefully. And that's your energy, Gemini, okay? So with the Knight of Swords, so it's saying, like, something is going to happen really fast. You might get some news out of nowhere, or you might be the one enacting this change out of nowhere. It's making some type of decision, but it's not an impulsive decision. It's rather a logical decision. You're just not keeping any emotion attached. And it's saying, like, don't be afraid to tame that beast within and break those chains that bind you to whatever it is that's keeping you down, because it's an old way of thinking. It's a past programming. And if you adapt to the new way, it'll align with the new you, and you'll start to have new discoveries, and you'll start to realize how strong you are. And what happens when you're stronger? You get more blessings, dog. You get more things because you can handle it. Okay, which is that Knight of Swords there. That's Knight of Swords rushes in and rushes out because it got shit to do. So you have this way more exciting things than this reading, but anyway. So wise counsel. So it's saying here that, like, there's an opportunity for some type of committed action, a soulmate, a higher institution, something you could learn. But it's most important, it's alignment. and it's alignment with the people around you, your groups, your friends, whoever. You might feel real isolated when you get into this Hierophant energy. You might feel like, why no one thinks like me? Like, this is boring. Like, but it's telling you that you outgrew that cycle. It's time for you to have new friends, new learned knowledge, new places to visit, new experiences, and they're going to be more fulfilling for you, because when you align, right, and you're not just in your lower natures, right, like down here, and you start aligning to up here, you get to experience way more of the frequency of the world that you didn't experience before, and it's way more fulfilling. Okay, so I'm not going to talk your head off. I'm not going to talk y'all's head off. All right, thank you, Gemini, for being here. I'm gonna leave you with one message, and this message says, open your heart. It will help you attract more love. Okay, so open up your heart and it will help you attract more love. I love you for being here. Talk to you soon. Bye. Happy birthday.